These are my golf clubs for 2026, and today I'm going to be playing my first round with them. Some are new, some are old. Let's head to the tee. So today's round is going to be at Campo Asia at La Cala, one of my favourite places in the world. A par 72, 6,300 yards, but don't let that fool you. Slope rating 140 out here, and the course rating is level. So that means for our brackets, we're going to put them up here of what I've got to shoot with my new golf clubs. And not only those score brackets you see there is also another score that I want to beat, because last year I played here in a series to get my handicap, and my score around here was 4 over par. But with a brand new set of golf clubs, a new mindset, a new body almost, feeling good, training hard, can I beat it today? Let's start the first hole, let's go. So our first hole, as you can see, 385 yards to the back edge of the green, and the first club that we'll introduce you to is my 3-wood, ones that actually hasn't changed. It might change as we go through, but at the moment the ST Max that I've had since last year, I have been trying the JPX 1 Tour 3-wood, and it's almost just a little bit too strong. It's that good, it goes long as well. This thing, I think it's so versatile, especially off the fairway. I'm able to muscle it out low and flat if I want. I can hit a bit of a high cutting shot, and I just feel like, why change if it's working? I want to not be, oh, new year, new gear, change everything. I want to try and stick with some stuff. If I know it's been successful last year and I've relied on it, I'm going to stay with it. So this one, first hole, 385. I just need to hit it to like 230, 240 up the hill and leave myself a wedge in. Let's go. Wish me luck. Comment down below what you think I'm going to be scoring. We'll be talking you through all the clubs that have changed and a little bit about them as we go into this round. But +4's my scoring bracket to beat, but I want to be under par today. I want to start 2026 off right. That wasn't my best start, luckily. It comes down off that slope there, just on the path now. A little bit pushy, but it'll do. That's a good thing with that one. You hit a bad one, you get away with murder. Right, well, not the opening shot I'd intended. I was trying to use the slope a little bit, but pushed it. Luckily, we've only got 142 to the flag, so it's going to be a 9-iron. Going to be a 9-iron. We'll hit that away, and then we'll get talking irons a little bit into the video, but bit of room right here to play with. We don't want to go left of this green because there's bunkers, so big slope ball above my feet just to the right. Just get it on the green and get away with a par. 142, we've got the pines here. Luckily I won't be going that right. I'm just going to try and hold it up the right hand side to this flag here. Hold your line and be the right number. Go in the hole. Has that gone in?
Well,
is it? Yeah. Looks about 2 inches away. 2026, baby. Year of recovery. Well, that would have been some start. It looks like we're about 2-3 inches past the hole, so might not even need my putter. I might just knock it in with a T-peg. That is what we want. Typical Fryer style though. Missed the fairway to start, but we've hit a good shot in as a recovery mode. Oh gosh, that must have been so close to going in. That is close. Right, onwards and upwards to the green we go. 1 under. Easy. I'd tell you about my new putter, but I don't think a half a foot tap in warrants it. Our second hole then, our first new club to tell you about, the irons. Now I only have these in a 4 and a 5 iron, the M13, Mizuno Pro M13. Obviously I'm a Mizuno ambassador, so they're all going to be Mizuno clubs, but these ones just a little bit more forgiveness, ever so slightly bigger compared to its compadre, the S series. So gives you just a little bit more cavity and just a little bit more ball speed, I feel, off these ones. So in that 4 and that 5 iron, where I'm not overly confident, let's say, that I'm going to absolutely crunch it every time, especially off the tee. I think they just give me that little bit more oomph, and you'll see how far as well these clubs are going for me. We've got yardages for every club in my bag here. We'll pop those up. So the 13, I just think they're just a little bit of a security blanket today, but this whole 300 yards, get this out to like 200 because it's playing uphill, and leave myself a wedge. Let's see what we can do. Come on. Seems we've got the pushes today. It's down the right, but absolutely fine. Up there with that iron. Is it coming back or not? Not sure. Nice strike though, that's what I'm talking about there, not the best. And it still worked for me. Well, that little push has been fortunate to run down the slopes. One good thing about the fairways here on the Asia course at La Cala, everything sort of gathers to the middle, so you don't need to be overly long, you just need to plot your way around and take your chances. This hole here though, it's all about hitting into the greens and getting the right elevation. It's 115 with slope though, it's actually playing about 126. So I'm going to go pitching wedge, just shy of full, get it all the way back there, and hopefully set up another birdie putt. I think that's going to be short, just got a little bit steep on it, and with the wet ground the ball's not going to go as far today, but it's a green hit. Well, from what I thought was going to be just shy, I thought we were going to be about 15 foot shy there, we've actually pitched in dead pin high. I'm glad that I did my distances before we came out here. Now we've got a putt to go 2 under after 2, not Fryer-esque this. Normally the sort of average golfer in the red videos start with me making bogey and then battling back, but it's a new year, new gear, new way of life. Oh, it went the other way. Should have just hit that with a little bit more pace and it would have stayed straight. Feel like we've left one out there now after that surprise close one. It's okay though, I'm happy with it. Happy with it, keep giving myself chances, that's all we need. Well, third hole, par 3 downhill. I can just see the base of the hole here. It's an interesting green, this one. It's like a sort of heart, a little bit squished, a kidney almost squished on its side. Plays 115, it's 107 with slope all the way down, so I'm going 50. 50 wedges I'm keeping again the same. I probably will update them just because I've had these in the bag now for about 8 months. The T1s, I've got 50, 54, 58, love the lofts. The shafts are different to what I have in my irons, so KBS wedge shaft 115, a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, just to try and generate a little bit more spin for those pitch shots coming into the green. All blacked out just because I like them, especially when you're opening the blades up, you don't get that glare off the blade when you're playing in sunnier climes. But pretty much the same, all grips as well, Golf Pride Z grip, reverse, so the logo's upside down so I can't see the logo. I just like not to see anything. Nice harsh chord there and you get full feedback. But see what we can do here. This is a full shot. Two foot right. It's done okay, done okay. It was a little bit skinny, if anything, if I'm being really brutal, but looks about 18 feet or so. Take that. One thing I've done here, I've hit 3 greens in a row. Don't normally do that either. Right, another new addition to the bag. Meet Nagoya B. B stands for the bend neck, so you'll either have a, I think it's a plumb neck or a slant neck they do as well, but that's the double bend essentially here. So a new putter, we've got a video out on the putter. Always, I would say, real strong point in my game, and last year just didn't hole enough, didn't hole that mid-range of like 16 to 80 feet. I would always say during a round of golf I'd generally hole 1, 2, 3 of those putts, and it felt like I was holing maybe 1 or 2 every third round, and then missing a few 4-footers. And the biggest thing for me, we did a fitting on this, I had 3 things that I was trying to tick off. Strike location, I felt like I wasn't finding the middle of the face enough, which then in turn was throwing my stroke off. I was getting a little bit across it too much, trying to get it back into the middle. And then also aim, I think that was probably the first priority. I didn't feel like I was aiming right, which then threw those next things in line. And the big thing that Mizuno have done here with these new line of putters, and again you'll see the other models that are in the M-Craft City line, there's 4 of them, is actually a top line alignment. I didn't have one on my other previous putters, so for a year, probably the back end of the year, I got one stamped onto my old Omi M-Craft putter, and my strike did come back, but having just this little line again has really refocused when I'm over the ball, using the line on the golf ball, getting it out of the centre again. So hopefully we'll start to see me holing a few more of sort of this length putt essentially. I felt like I just wasn't holing enough of these ones that you want to pinch the odd stroke here and there. So this is all an aid to try and see that happening again. The grip I've gone for as well is the Golf Pride Pro only. Again, a corded one because I just like the corded feel. It's like a triangle almost essentially. I've got really small hands. I prayer grip it so they're together, and it allows me just to get that initial lead hand locked in, and then also that's sat on quite comfortably there with this. So let's see if it can help us out here now. Watch me 3-whack. I thought we were going to see a bit more of the right angle then. Just roll it in first time. No minor. Little tap-ins, and that was a good putt, to be fair. I hit it where I wanted to. So that is my new Nagoya putter. 372 yards for the 4th hole here, a tricky one. This is even coming to this course, I was playing it in my mind, what should I hit down here, because it all funnels to the middle, but you actually have to carry it over 230 yards to get onto the plateau of the fairway. Then there's bunkers that start at 260, so you can't really hit dry because it gets too narrow. 4-iron's not enough to get it onto the fairway, or it's just about. So it's going to be a 3-wood, and you've got to hug the trees that are here. So nice and simple though. This thing is my banker. That will do. Now, normally, if there hadn't been a monsoon last evening, that would have gone bouncing and found its way to perfectly in the middle of the fairway, because it's hit a 90-degree camber. But there's been a lot of rain and it's stayed up on the hill, so we're going to have about 140 like this. But the first hole proved we can do that, so we're okay. We've stayed up on top of the hill. Positive, I get to see where the flag is. I've got 148 to the flag, very similar to the first hole. I want to be just aiming it almost at this lamp post up here to let it again turn over. This is a severe slope. The ball's almost, well, it is knee height, so it is going to work from right to left. So at the bottom of the 9-iron, and just try and get it in the middle of the green really. Gosh, that's turned. Should catch a good piece though. Oh, that has gone miles. I got a bit of a flyer out of there, hit it very well, and it's flown the green. It's on about 155, it is downhill. Didn't expect it to come out that well, but we're in the back bunker. First test we've faced, first green we've missed. So I have stayed with the S3 irons in 6 iron down to pitching wedge. I did that video where I said it was a mistake to use those. I think I was going to the JPX for a little bit of a confidence boost more than anything, and went back to the S3s mid-season, and to be fair, getting on really well with them, actually striking it nicely. And I think it also means that I have to have a little bit more onus on my game and start to make sure that I am swinging it well enough that I can use those, because the JPXs were just a little bit too hot at times. But now we face our first test after missing the green with one of them, which it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it's okay in the bunker. Little splash out and a tap in. Bit of fringe grass to come up over, or rough I should say. Probably want to land this around here with a bit of height so that it just splat its way out. Done well that 9 iron. 2 or 3 feet on. If I duff it, it should run out as well. Didn't quite catch it. Sand was a little bit heavier. Should have realised that because of the amount of rain and water that's in it. But we've done okay. It was plotted well, and we got 3 or 4 feet for our par. If you offered me a par stood on that tee, I would have taken it. So this little thing to tidy up will be okay. And there we go. Up and down. The alignment aid of dreams is working for us. We remain under par. I think I was 1 over front 9 last year, so we're currently couple in the positive for that. We just keep going, keep ticking them off. Par 5 next. Let's see if we can push forwards. Well, 530 it says to the back. This is one other thing that we will be obviously using. ShotScope, one of the partners of the channel for quite a few years now, and we're carrying on with those guys. Absolutely love the product. The app for the statistics is fantastic, really helping me understand where I need to improve in my game, especially for the My First Win series. When we're looking at all my rounds, it's sort of evident that there's definitely some weak areas and more positive areas. So that and the laser, something that I'm going to carry on using with the tags. But the big one everyone wants to know, what is the big stick? The JPX1 driver, 10.5 degree head for me, not in the select model, the more standard model as it would be. I have a Tensei 1K series 60 X Flex in here. Actually, this was Luke Donald's shaft. He was using this, and then they built him another one up, and they thought, you know what, who's the next greatest European? Me. So they gave it to me. Loving it, actually, to be fair. If you've not seen the video on the JPX driver, go and check that out, because interesting, looks very familiar to something that you may have seen before. Quite a different face on it, but it's definitely got me straighter, which is something that I've really struggled with driver over the last sort of year to 18 months. I'm now getting this thing working straight. That being said, we need a nice little straight one down this par 5 to get us going, so let's see if we can do that. That'll do, nice and straight, just down the right side of the fairway. And safely done. Not my best strike, but that's more of what I want when I don't quite hit it. I'm still finding fairways. 190 yards, no, that's wrong. 205 yards. Playing 189 down the hill. Last drive, look how far that last drive went down the hill. Obviously downhill played a huge part, but that's the good thing. We found a fairway with not even our best strike and got it miles down there. Yeah, as I said, ShotScope with the laser and the watch are just a great combo. plus the app, you've got the trifecta of tracking out on the course and when you get home. Was 190 now. I think I'm going to go like 6 iron, 5 iron. There is water left of this hole that you do not want to go near, so it's like a 190. Yeah, it's going to be 6 just down the right. If we're short, not the end of the world. That was a terrible snatchy golf swing. I did the little thing where every golfer will know about this, when you catch the ground on the way back and have that jerky takeaway, and then was well out of sync. What a waste of a great drive. Golf. Gotta love it. 50 yards to the flag, 57 to the back edge, and 45 to the front. So we've not got much room. 12-yard window, downhill, out the rough to judge this, but should be fairly simple. Oh, it bounced left. I mean, it's an awesome golf shot, but when it landed, I thought it was going to go in and it took a little hop left. That would have been one way to get a little eagle on the card, but looks like a pretty straightforward birdie putt. Oh, we'll take that. Take that. I thought we had it for the 3. Doing a Jack Nicklaus. Hey Barb, did you see me hold it with my glove on? We'll take that. I was like, do you know what, we're making birdie after the drive. I hit the second shot and thought, do you know what, we're making bogey. Hit the third, we're making eagle. Tapped in with Jack for a birdie. We'll take it. We'll take it, lads. Right, 2 under. Let's keep pushing. 365, our 7th hole. We need a good one just up there. It's sort of 320 run out up the hill, so want to be about 10 yards shy of the fairway at the green box. Leaves ourselves a wedge into a tricky green, this one. It's like a triangle with a real narrow entrance. Another great example of the driver working for me. A bit of a iffy swing and we're straight down the middle. Oh, it's rolling. Still rolling. 270 with a neck miss. What more could you want from a driver? Well, we've got a blind one here, so I've just been out to figure out the yardage. We've got this big knoll in front of us here. I've got 107 yards off an upslope. I've picked my target up there now. It's just a case of trusting it. It's going to be my 50 degree. Like I say, the green, it's a weird sort of triangle and the pin looks like it's right in the front, which is a dangerous spot. So just got to commit to the line that I've picked, hopefully get the yardage right, and take a 2-putt par here. If I would have been where I intended to be, about 20 yards across, it's a completely different story because you can go dead at it with confidence. I think that's going to be left of the green. Was tough off that upslope there to get myself, and I just hoiked it with my hands. Body just stopped and flipped it, which is generally what happens off an upslope. You can't rotate as much, so challenge ahead. Well, we did miss it left. Just that flip of the hands, and you can see what I mean about the green. The portion where the flag is about 7 paces wide. Sat okay, a little bit soggy down here after that deluge, but land it, let it run out. Pretty basic. These are the shots like that bunker shot earlier. I've just got to just play a simple shot and let it nestle down. Sit, 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 sit. Wow, that ran. Tell you what, I hit that pretty much exactly where I wanted to. Could have done with a bit more height on it to get it softer. But that's the trickery around here. If you miss them, you're never really faced with a simple pitch. You're just going to try and make them simple because they're so slopey. Right. Had a little bit of turn after the hole, so not leaving it. If I miss this height, it's because I've pushed it. But it's going dead centre, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, dead centre. Tell you what, not only have I changed putter, I now pick the ball out with my right hand and I feel like a complete player. We move on. This will be the hardest hole of the 9 now, a long par 3 uphill. Well, hole 8, par 3. Heck of a way from back here. 195 yards to the flag, playing about 4 or 5 uphill, so I've got a 5 iron. I think just a good one of these. It's actually only 175 to the front, so take dead aim because it looks centre. Rip this on, tap it in. New iron. This is the M13 still, so just got that little bit more oomph in it and a little bit more forgiveness. Oh wow, that was a lungy golf swing. That might actually find the green, you know. It was over all the pines. I've just had a few where I've not quite, it's my one swing feeling I really want to nail down this year, that I can just cover the ball a bit more as opposed to just getting stuck underneath and having that shot. But we're okay, long way to go. I definitely need to get that swing feeling, and I will be carrying on my work with the coaches that I had last year. They're staying in the bag as well. No one's getting sacked so far this year. We've got Damien Taylor, who was my full swing coach. I saw Alex Buckner for some short game lessons, and they're paying dividends, so I'll keep seeing Alex as well. I do want to maybe go and see a putting coach, something that I've not done in many a year. The last one I had was Phil Kenyon. He's just moved on to slightly better players now, like Scotty Scheffler, but I'm sure he'd be welcoming me back with open arms to really bolster his stable up. So do that and keep actually working with Carl. Oh, there we are, green high. Carl for some unagi lessons. Quite a bit of green to work with, and then there's like a little gathering slope here, so pretty simple. Just don't get too chargy with it. Just a 58 to carry it up over, lands 3 or 4 feet on, and it'll run out nicely. That was a wide and a miss. Good pace, nearly. Just a bit lackluster with the aim. Oh, he's clutch. Those are the putts that we needed to hold when Nagoya's helping us out right now. Lucky that caught the hole because it was 3 foot by, but no one needs to know. Right, bogey free, 2 under. Let's keep going, boys. We're on hole 8 now. Got a little bit of ahead of myself there, thinking that was the 8th. This is a par 4. Fairway's level with us, sort of down a canyon up to it, and then you drop down to the green, and we finish the 9 with a par 5. So good drive down here, more room right than you think as well, so straight up the middle. Oh, that was just a really bad golf swing. Look at it, hit the trees and has kicked out. I'm going to have a heck of a way. I reckon I've got 3 wood in there. Just got a little nervy then. Need to be a bit more committed. Right. Won't keep those shots straight. Well, there was a reason I hit that horrible sclaffy hook and hit the trees up here. It's because I wanted to introduce you to my new 7 wood JPX1. very much like the driver, cleaner looks. I don't have this in the 3 wood, I've stayed with that ST Max just because of familiarity. But this one to me just looks a little bit cleaner, especially on top of the head, and the way the neck falls into the face as well. It looks a little bit more square as you put it down. So very similar to my old one, goes a very similar distance. Just looks a little bit cleaner when you put it down there. Almost looks a little bit smaller as well as you put the head down. It just looks a little bit more compact. We've got 240 now. Should be hitting wedge in here, but you know. So if we can get this on the green, that would be great. If not, let's rely on an up and down. I thought I was going to hit so many greens, and then I've just decided to miss about 3 in the last 3 holes. Oh, it's going to miss the green right. I tad off the beaten track there to come over the edge of the trees and didn't commit to hitting a bit of a draw around them, and just hit a lovely push right. Gonna have the best part of a 50-yard pitch, but we've up and down one of those already this far, so it can happen again. Caught that slightly chunky there, and we've got 20 feet for our par. Need Nagoya to dig us out of a big hole here. This is the length of putt I talked about earlier. If we could steal the odd one of these around, keeps us honest. Break. Just hit it through the break, Matthew. Hit it through. Just caught the old thole. It's our first bogey of the day. To be fair, the drive warranted it. It was a lot of work to do from there then, but we keep on going. We're under par, we're happy. We've got a par 5 to finish this 9. Well, our 9th hole, a par 5. Can't hit driver, well, you could potentially over the line here, but you just relying on pure luck to see if it would actually be in play, because the fairway stops, falls straight down, and there's just wasty scrubland. If you did get it over, you'd only be going in with maybe 7-ironers, where hit a 3 wood up the left side with a bit of a cut, and then I'll probably have 5 4-iron in. Hole itself's 480, so if we get this up at the left and then try and make our birdie back from there. Missed that trap. In that trap. That was such a steery swing. Oh well. We're having our little rocky period during the round here. Yeah, miscalculated that. Mind you, I did nearly miss the 3 wood, so that was one big part of it, but we're okay. We're sat clean because of all the rain. The bunker's just compact, and I've actually still got 240 up to the front edge, so I've got enough room between me and the lip to get it up. I'm just going to go up the left with a bit of a cut, see if we can get somewhere near and try and get an up and down out of it. I wanted to be in that corner. It wouldn't have left me a 5-iron, it probably would have been more a 7 wood, but que sera. A big pine you can see in the distance there, maybe on the screen, is our target. Going to go about 5-10 yards left of that. It means I've got a shallower face to get over, and then rip it. That nearly came back at me off the stone. Ah, that's annoying because I absolutely ripped that. I thought it was going to get up over that. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Going to have to splash out sideways now and then try and knock it on. May as well leave this out for a moment, Jeff. Right then, up and down for a par. Oh, so well struck that 3-wood as well. Just this much higher. You know, my dad would have been my mum. But we've got 2-3-5 now to the front up the hill. Just going to try again, a little cut up the left. What's happened to me? Just gone on this hole, gone. 90 yards. We're still going. We will get to the green at some point during this hole. Let's up and down it, make bogey, move on. Not so right. Good strike, needs to go. I'm not angry, I'm not like boiling inside, I'm just almost a little bit disappointed because last year I shot 1 over front 9. I'm pretty much going to do that now, but I feel like I've played so much better than that. That's golf though, still got to get the ball in the hole, not whack it into the face of bunkers. Well, we got our yardage spot on, just pushed it. This is one of those yardages again. Can it be Nagoya's time to help us out of a hole? This for level par. Get in! Oh, that means the world to me. That means the world to me. A bogey after that absolute hack around that hole. Level par front 9. 4 over to beat back 9. I'm going under. I'm feeling good. I've hit some great shots, up and downed it well, wedged it well. That's what this was brought on board to do. Hit those lines. Having it back 9. That is a monster. I think that's actually flown past the downslope. Straight. I'm actually just the best. I'm a generational driver, I would say now. A generational driver. I think that putt's got me a little bit juiced. Come on! Well, good drive down 10 there. One fired away, definitely a lot straighter with that driver. Obviously there was the one squiffy one that caused one of our bogeys, but 9 holes in, quite happy with how I played. Obviously 9 was just a complete and utter poor choice of club really out of the bunker. I'll probably maybe reselect with the teeing club, but even then if I would have just wedged it down, wedged on, I would have made a better score. But we've got the back 9 to come. 4 over was what I shot last time, so we've got that to beat. We've got our brackets, we know what they are. The 3 under being the win, 1 under being top 5, 1 over being a top 10, and now we are safely in the middle of the 10th fairway, staring only about 220 I reckon up the hill, so probably a 7-wood 4-iron maybe. 7-wood because of the severity of the slope, and we'll just rip it on. I think it might be just right edge of the green, maybe just off, but it's up there. Did the job, went out nice. Birdie, come on, get it under par. Must have pitched up around here somewhere because we've found our way to about 30 feet above the hole. One thing I definitely have to be aware of is how much downhill it is. You can't really see it from where you are, but when you come this way it's severely downhill. I need to put as if the hole's like here because it is a slope. I guess you can maybe see that because of the terrain you can spot there, but eagle putt. Should just catch the slope now. Oh, it was a little bit too hesitant. If I would have gone any firmer, could have been 6 foot by quite comfortably. But we'll take a tap in 4 there. Birdie. Good after that little bogey streak. Now we get into the hard stuff, the next few. Hold on, then build it for the last. All the par 3s are exquisite here at La Cala, and the 11th is no different. 187 yards down the hill today. Actually plays around 160 with the elevation drop. So pin slap bang in the middle, winds off the left, a little 3/4 8 iron. Come on, let's get the tally of ones up. Let's kick the year off with a boom, baby. Pin high left, great shot. Well, that was particularly rubbish, just a hooded face. Feel very upset. I wanted a hole in one. But now 20-yard pitch. Again, just got to get it up onto the front edge really and let it run out. Nothing overly crazy. Go. Deserve that because I doubted myself then. Wasn't comfortable with how it was sitting and just quit on it. Oh dear, from a majestic birdie and a great putt to that rubbish. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Snapped at the end. Terrible bogey. All to do with a poor iron shot putting you in a tricky situation. Right, that will be my last bogey of this 9. That is my vow to myself and to you as subscribers of this great channel. 383 yards is the 12th. It goes down to up to down, and there is water at 310 yards off the tee, so I'm going to hit 3 wood to make sure I pull up shy of that and leave myself a full wedge, like a 90-degree wedge, 90-yard wedge, sorry, and try and get back just less of the sloppiness. Why do I keep hitting this thing out the neck? I'm going to change it. There it goes, comes bouncing round. First video, it's like it wants to go out of the bag. I've done nothing but hit it well all year. And then now off the tee, when it's my most reliable, I've just got the old heels with it. Right, work to be done. 160 over water as well. 152 front, 8 iron. Redeem yourself from the last lad. Hopefully that's enough. Felt awful. Oh, player! I think I hit a root there. There's a big root there. Oh yeah. That's why it sounded so weird. Even out the trees I know how to dial my distances in, pitch pin high, and ran up there. Quite a pivoted green from right to left this, so gonna have a bit of swing in it this one. This would be a sneaky birdie. That was exceedingly uphill, Matthew, and you didn't notice. You schmoron. I actually putted to this spot as well, thinking it was going to be quicker than it was. But just tap them in now one-handed. I'm just that good with the new blade. Confidence is back. Confidence is back. Right, par, good. Need to release the 3 wood. Just getting a little bit short and getting this going on. That's what's happening. That's why the heel's there. Not because the club wants to leave the bag. Face slightly squarer, release it, we rip it. Job done, job done. I'm gonna go 2 under. No, 3 under from here. 399 this one. Par 4 straight down. Where are the bunkers now? What do they come in play at? They come in play at 130, 157, hopefully I'll get by them, 174, 200, hopefully I'll get by them, 347. So those ones you can see in the distance are actually the green sides. They look closer. It makes you feel claustrophobic, this hole, because it's tight, but now that I've got my new driving machine, I can just smoke it down there, wedge it on, get that first of those three that I want. Let's go, left hand trap of the green. That seems to be my miss a little bit with this driver, just slightly toey. I mean, that's absolutely fine. It's going to be left edge of the fairway, maybe rough, but it's not got loads of shape when I do miss hit it. It's staying pretty straight, which is nice. Releasey number, I found the bark again, just that little, not quite out of the middle, but it's not the end of the world, only about 20. Just got to watch this tree up above, even though it's sort of almost directly above it. If it does pop real quick, it could get it. 130 to the flag. 130 off the upslope, pitching wedge. It'll want to draw as well because I can't get my body turning when I'm on a severe upslope, so luckily the flag's in the middle. Aim at that. Oh, it's really turned on me. Oh gosh, missed the trap. It's weird stuff, that bark. Especially because of the upslope, it just sort of grabs the club and shuts it, and then the upslope, and should be in the fairway, Matthew. Should be in the fairway. Right, this is going to be a little tricky because it's thicky, bristly rough here. I'm going to land it soft down here, coming onto a downslope so it'll run. Land it here and let it trickle out. See what we can do. Come on, dig deep, lad. Right, take two. Sit, 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 sit. Great, fantastic six. Really good, 130 out. Why have I got a little pull hook going on? It's safe. All falling apart at the minute. All falling apart. Golf, sometimes you've just got to love it when it punches you right in the 66. Pick up sticks. 54, arm to chest. One hop, and we are stone dead. Get back to actually playing some good golf instead of this poo-poo that has been on show for the last few holes. Stop. Thought it might have one skid. Not to be. But we got a birdie putt. We're back to normal. We're back to normal, folks. Wow, that got grained. That was, the green is clearly going that way, but that has got some grain on it. I did not see that. My bad. They're getting a lot, as the day's going on, they're like drying out and the grain's actually starting to pop a little bit more. Right, that was a chance that we needed to take. We've got tricky-ish par 4, then the hardest par 5 I think, going to hit the fairway. It's about this big, tilted on this angle, downhill with bushes all around it, then a 3 and a 4. So we need to do better, we need to do better. A little bit of wheels off the last few holes, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Well, 384 yards this 15th plays, downhill dramatically, but you've got to hit a bit of a, not a hook, like a draw down the middle to find the actual centre of the fairway, because it really starts to swing round. So you could hit a wood, but you don't really get the advantage of that. You want to get it going flat and chasing a little bit. It's like 260 run out to the edge of the fairway on the straight line, so turn it and burn it. That should be A1. I've enjoyed the clubs so far. Those 4 and 5 irons definitely have got that huge amount of help in them. Just feel like it's almost easy to hit those. The driver, bar the last couple of just little pulls, just more swing error obviously there, but definitely feel a lot straighter. I'm not getting that big slicey one that I used to get, so that's nice. And then the putter's definitely going to be my favourite. I think it's the alignment aid on top is huge and really helping me find a bit of confidence in the aim. So let's see if we can piece it all back together now and get this back 9 finished in style. Right, just to 3/4, but let's knock this in. Come on. Birdie, 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 birdie. A little bit of wet ground there, and it obviously tell by the sound it didn't quite sound normal. Just a bit of water and it stopped it shy, but we're okay. Putting up the hill, 20 feet, makeable. Up the hill, it's outside 20 foot, it's about 30 foot this. Ooh. Be a good one to make. Got a break from there surely. Oh, it was trying to. It was trying to. I'll take it. Given the last few holes. Right, 3 to go. 2 over par. I wanted to be under par to start the year. It's going to have to be one hell of a fight back to do so. We can do it though, because I'm great. Well, this is the hardest drive on the golf course. Probably you overestimate the bunker in the distance, 283, but the hole's like almost like a horseshoe, not as actual U shape, but it bends around. The green's actually probably in line about here. 283 down there. I'm just going to hit 3 wood. Problem is, if you run out right, you're into the trouble, and if you go too far left, you're into the trouble. But a 3 wood just at the bunker with a little draw, easy. It's okay. It's gone dead straight. Stop. Right on the edge. Perfect. Right on the edge. That was the only positive I knew. If I hit that and hit it a little bit iffy, it climbs, we're okay. If I would have got my draw, I would have been perfect. But we're okay. We can have a dig at 2, I reckon, now. Well, drive down to our golf ball now to see if it is hanging on. It looked like it was right on the edge. If it is, it's actually going to be a pretty good angle at getting home in 2. If not, it's going to be potentially a little chip back out and then lay up and wedge for the birdie, which we've not had much success at since the early stages of the round, but I think I can see it already, so we will have a look see now. Come on, please, 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 please. Oh yeah, there's a bit more ground here than you think. God, it still goes round there, doesn't it? Oh yeah, we're okay. We are okay. We're above ground.
Clinging on.
We are clinging on. I say clinging, we've got, what, 3 feet there left? Perfect. I've now got to hit the same shot to get it home, and we're only 217 to the front, so we're okay. 218 yards, that was what it awaited us if we'd gone a little bit further right, but we're okay. 218 to the front, 236 to the middle, so 7 wood, because it's downhill still quite a proportion. So that 236 is probably playing 220 maybe, 225. So just a good 7 wood, don't have to be fancy. Gets us home. Oh, it's going a little bit right. Hill on the right. We'll see. Well, we know our yardages. We've pitched just up into the bank and trickled back down. I've just realised I'm 1 behind what I was last year. Last year's finish though wasn't very good, so hopefully we can turn it all around now. 30 yards up to the flag, just a little 58, back of the stance, and let it run up. If it doesn't go in, it's a tap in. That's all we need. Oh, I hit that really aggressively then, and I also slipped up the hill. I think I need to change my pants at the halfway stage. To be fair, it's quite a credit to how good the greens and the fairways have been, given that it literally was a monsoon last night. Let's see if we can knock this in, just pitch that a little further, flushed it through. Right on line, just a foot shy. Well, we walk off 1 behind last year's score. If you haven't seen the video from last year, it wasn't a good ending off this hole in particular. The word double is one that might be bandied around. We're going to finish in a different manner though this time. Come on. Hole in one, hole in one, hole in one. This is actually pretty much the identical pin position as well as last year. Must have their December week, Christmas week rotation out. This time though, it's a different story. I'm going to knock 4 strokes off the total. 104, downhill a little bit, 50 degree, 3/4. Go. Find the slope. Keep coming. I was saying to myself, just hit it right or left of the flag and it all feeds back, and it's managed just to stick on top there. Oh well, we've got to put for a 2. Don't think we'll be making a 5. Oh, we got it up there. Just needed a bit more screw. Almost feels like the slope isn't as severe nowadays. This is for glory. This is for glory. They've not been as quick. Right to left. Jimmy buckets, come on. Stay. Just had a little hop off a stone about 2 feet out. There she is. There's the perpetrator. Just stopped it from going in that. Just kept it high. Oh. Good news, we're now 1 in front of last year. Need to hole out on the last to shoot level. Can be done. It can be done. The final the final hurrah, a par 4 that stretches 380 yards, doglegging from left to right up the hill, bunkers on the left side of the fairway that you aim and just fade it off. Just need a good finish, and we've beat last year. That was my first goal. Second was to show you my new clubs. Third was to not change them by the end of the round, and we've succeeded. Good drive, let's go. I did exactly the same as last year. Well, we're just off the fairway. That was awful. Started like this, and I've just gradually, maybe there was a slight peak, and I've limping over the line here, and I've 9 iron or 8 iron in, hit that on the green, job done. Right, we've got 157 up the hill. There's a bunker at the back. 157 up the hill. So 150 is a 9 iron, 8 iron goes 165, so that's got 7 yards in it. 157. 157, play that as 170, so this club isn't going to get to the flag. Is it going to get to the back? No, the 7 iron will get to the back. That's how impact looked. Struck it really nice out in the middle. It was just a shame that the club face was looking at my left shin as I impacted it. Right, well, you can actually see the pitch mark of mine up there. All that planning and plotting and scheming to get it past the trap, and I didn't. Now I've got one that's a little bit firm from all the water. So I've got to use the leading edge here a little bit more, which makes it a bit difficult. Didn't come back down slope. Always comes out a bit fiery out of that sand. It's hard to get the loft that you need with a not as open face. We're going to beat our score by 1 unless we hole a putt. Right, not much in this. Feels like I've limped home here. A nice way to end it though, holing a putt. Nope. Well, flag's over here. 3 over par. Not my best stuff there, very scrappy. Some good new gear in the bag though, at least. Lots to work on. Let's get ready for this season. Watch another video here where I take on a cheese man.